a little bitty spot. I ain't coming down, no, never, I'm not. On a mountain top, on a mountain top.
Welcome everyone to another edition of Voices from the First Frontier. I gotta tell you, it has been stormy and gray for a lot of the spring, but finally summer has taken hold here in Blair County. It's hot, the lakes are warm, trails are groomed, and all of our outdoor kayak running and cycling clubs are definitely out in full force, and that is a good thing. Speaking of full force, we are pleased to have someone with us today who is a bit of a celebrity actually when it comes to cycling, marathons, triathlons, all those activities that really put your mind and body to the test for sure. Tina Skelley. Tina, welcome and thanks for being with us here today.
Thanks for having me.
We are right next to one of our local lakes right now, Canoe Creek State Park, and in a bit she will be jumping in to train for an upcoming triathlon, and I will be watching close by in a kayak as I go out and help support the group as they train for these events. So we all have that to look forward to here in just a little bit. What a really beautiful day. Tina, first, tell us a little about yourself. You grew up here in Blair County, we know that. How did you get involved in cycling first? I think that was really the first sport that you got into.
So actually my husband got me into cycling, watched Tour de Tuna many years, and I was interested in it and it was kind of exciting. So he used to race locally and regionally, and got me into riding a little bit, and the more I started riding, the more I fell in love with cycling, and I started doing some local races, and then it kind of like caught the bug and started to do more racing, and then had an opportunity to race for various teams, and got to the point where I decided to just work part-time and try to pursue cycling full-time, which is very challenging to do.
You started with it was local club races, local club cycling clubs, but then you did join a national pro team, and you were racing in a lot of the larger races here in the Mid-Atlantic and nationally. Right,
and there were surprisingly a lot of races close by, really big races. You know, obviously Tour de Tuna was a huge one.
Right. A lot of folks may not know it, but we had a big stage race here for a lot of years, brought people in from all over the country.
Even the world.
Lance Armstrong and others, you know, who have raced here, and it was always a big event. Maybe someday we could bring back a stage race.
It'd be nice.
And so your experience in racing, you know, having this be sort of home base. I mean, you've raced some big mountains and tough courses all over. I mean, how do our mountains compare? I know they're surprisingly tough.
They are. And I actually, when I first started bike racing and thought about, you know, getting into it professionally, I thought that you had to kind of do what other people were doing and move to Colorado. And but actually, the more I thought about it and the more racing around here, I mean, the races around here are challenging.
Yeah.
You know, because they're pretty rolling, and we don't have the huge mountains like Colorado and like maybe California, that kind of stuff. But you know, we definitely have some pretty challenging events.
Well, so you went from cycling, you were doing this cycling and focus, but then you gravitated into more long distance running and triathlons, and I know you've run some marathons.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what was a transition like that, like when you...
I just started running after cycling because it was something fast to do and just, again, something different, and started setting some goals, and kind of, you know, one thing led to another. Next thing I know, I'm running a marathon, and then actually was able to qualify for Boston, not once, but actually twice.
You're able to translate what was your hobby into a profession, and tell us a little bit about what you're doing now.
Long story short, I actually met somebody that talked me into maybe personal training, because he's like, you know, you're obviously passionate about, you know, being athletic and doing what you're doing. He's like, why not personal train? And so I got into doing that, and then just last year I had an opportunity to take over a gym. So it's really something I, you know, truly enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And
you know, today, you know, we're here at Canoe Creek. We're going to be heading out on the water here in a little bit. It's a group of people, like 12, 15 people that are going to be doing this practice swim, gearing up for a triathlon. You know, and this is sort of a club. I mean, you're familiar with some of the active outdoor clubs. I mean, how are you seeing membership and participation in some of these outdoor sports growing?
It seems to be getting bigger and bigger every year. It's kind of neat to be able to get together in a group like this and train together, just because it can be a little a little boring, a little lonely, you know, being by yourself all the time. So this is awesome. Yeah.
I want to thank you for spending a few minutes with us, sharing your story. This is it's a unique background, you know, pro cycling, Boston Marathon, doing all this stuff, you know, growing up here in Blair County. I mean, it's just, you can do those kinds of things. You can launch a career like that from here. So it's pretty cool. So thanks again for being here.
Sure, thank you.
So we're going to get out on that lake here in just a few minutes. As always, if you know someone you would like to recommend for our Voices series, visit our website at firstfrontierblaircounty.com and click on the Contact Us button. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and all things social media. And if you would like to join one of our outdoor clubs, we made it easy for you. Just visit our website and click on the Peaks and Valleys button, and you'll find all the active clubs there. So until next time, get out there, everyone. Great day, great rest of the summer. Tradition, we always say cheers.
Cheers!
All right, let's hit the lake.
High on a mountain top, we live, we love, and we laugh a lot. Folks up here know what they got. High on a mountain top, high on a mountain top. The rest of the world's like a little bitty spot.